Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we will discuss the history of the SQL, what is meant by database and other SQL basic concepts. So that concept you must know for your interview preparation. So without wasting time, first of all we discuss about the history of the SQL. Okay, so in the history of the SQL, first of all we want to know the SQL. Okay, the what is the long form of the SQL? The long form of the SQL is a structured query language. This is the long form of the SQL. And do you know the what is the previous name of the SQL? What is the previous name of the SQL? The previous name of the SQL is a SQL. This is the previous name of the SQL. After that, in which year the SQL is developed? In which year? 1970. In which year the SQL is developed? In 1970. Developed in 1970. Do you know who developed the SQL? The SQL developed by two peoples. The first people name is Donald Chamberlain. Chamberlain. And the second people name is Raymond Boyce. Okay, the full form of the SQL is structured query language. After that, the previous name of the SQL is a SQL, and it is developed in 1970 by two peoples. The two people's names are, first one is Donald Chamberlain and second one is Raymond F. Boyce. Okay, after that, these two peoples in working in which company? IBM. Okay, IBM. Okay, these two peoples working in IBM. Then what is the long form of the IBM? International business machine. Okay, this is the long form of the IBM. These two peoples working on the project name is the system R. Okay, this is the overall history of the SQL programming language. Okay, once again we can revise the history of the SQL. The long form of the SQL is structured query language, and the previous name of the SQL is a SQL. What the previous name of the SQL is SQL, and it is developed in 1970 by the first one is Donald Chamberlain and the second one is Raymond F. Boyce. Okay, these two peoples developed the SQL. After that, these two peoples working in which company? IBM, and the long form of the IBM is the International Business Machine. And these two peoples are working on the project. The project name is the System R. Okay, the project name is the System R. Which project? System R. This is the overall history of the SQL. Okay, then after that, we see in the previous lecture the SQL is used to communicate with relational database management system. The SQL is used to communicate with relational database management system, and we know that in the relational database management system we store the data in the form of table. Okay, then now we will discuss about the what is mean by table, what is mean by row, what is mean by cell, and what is mean by column. Okay, here we can take the example of the table like ID, then name, then salary. Okay, salary, and here are some records. 001, name is Dinga and salary is 80,000. Okay, the second is 002, name is Dingy and salary is 90,000. After that, 003, name is Pinky and salary is 85,000. Okay, this is the table. Okay, perfect. Okay, this is the table, and the table name is employee, EMP. The table name is EMP. Okay, then what is mean by table? The first definition. What is mean by table? Table is a logical organization of rows and column. Okay, What is mean by table? Table is a logical organization of rows and columns. Okay. This is nothing but a table. Okay. Table is a, here I can write the definition of the table. Table is a logical organization. Logical organization of rows and columns. Okay, then after that, what is mean by column? This is nothing but a column. This is a column. Okay, column is also known as attributes. Then column is also known as properties, and it is also known as fields. Okay, column is also known as attributes, column is also known as properties, it is also known as fields. Okay, it represents the properties, attributes or fields. And what is meant by column? It is used to represent the property of the all the entities. After that, what is mean by row? This is nothing but a row. This is nothing but a row. This is a row and this is a row. Okay, row is also known as records. Row is also known as records or tuples. Okay, tuples. Row is also known as records or tuples. And what is the definition of the rows? It is a used to represent the particular entity from the table. It is used to represent the particular entity from the table. Okay, these are the definitions of the table, column and rows. Okay, after that, what is mean by cell? Cell is this part, only this part is a cell. Cell is nothing but the smallest unit of the table where we store the data. The cell is nothing but the smallest unit of table where we store the data. Okay, so these are the definitions, basic definition of the table, column, rows and cells. After that, we discuss what is mean by database. Okay, here I can draw one diagram. This is our database. Okay, what is mean by database? Database is a place or medium. What is mean by database? Database is a place or medium which is used for store the data. डेटाबेस का मतलब क्या है? एक ऐसा प्लेस और मीडियम है वहां पे हम डेटा स्टोर कर सकते हैं. ओके, इतना है क्या? नो, डेटाबेस इज अ प्लेस और मीडियम वेयर वी कैन स्टोर द डेटा इन सिस्टमेटिक and organized manner. Okay, database is nothing but a place or medium. Where we can store the data in the systematic and organized manner. This is the definition of the database. After that, in the database we can perform the four major operations. Which four major operations? CRUD, that is known as CRUD operations. Okay, C stands for create or insert. C stands for create or insert. R stands for read or retrieve. And U stands for update or modify. And D stands for delete or drop. Okay, What is mean by CRUD? CRUD is the basic operations performed on the database is known as CRUD operations. Okay, C for create or insert, R for read or retrieve, U for update or modify, D for delete or drop. This is nothing but the overview and basic concept about the SQL. Okay, so here we can stop today's lecture and we will meet in tomorrow. Tata, bye bye.